Hi there, beautiful Aquarius. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Aquarius, we're going to do a little bit of a different read here today. We're going to look into your talents and your gifts rather than the typical monthly read. And we're just going to look at it as maybe something you're really good at, something that maybe is your life purpose, something that is something you've been wanting to do for a while, maybe something you're just stepped into doing. So let's see what that is for you. We're going to start with the oracle cards from the life purpose deck. It's a short and sweet message, and it's timeless. So whenever you find this, you're meant to find it. Let's see if anything resonates here for you, Aquarius. Two at the same time. Animals and leadership. Animals and leadership. So first, I just intuitively want to see what we have here, and then I'm going to read from the book. Such a gorgeous picture. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance as the animals are a part of your life's work. And obviously, this could be that you literally are an animal communicator in some fashion. You might be a veterinarian. You might be someone someone of those people that takes care of people, of animals, like in shelters, stuff like that. But it can also be that you just have your animal pets at home and you just really get your animals and they really get you. Like there's a beautiful connection there with an animal. And it can also be that you're just really high vibrational when it comes to yourself, and therefore you attract a lot of animals around you. It can be if you're out in the woods and you see a lot of animals, if you are like it's just the fact that if you have a high vibration, you tend to attract children and animals because they are definitely in a higher frequency than the most grown up. The most grown up than most grown ups. Then we have, I'm going to read in a second. Leadership. So typically, and I'm trying to not sort of get into it fully and just say like exactly what's going on in your life right now. It's more like a talents and gifts, and this is a little bit of a fun read. Take charge of a situation. But I hear something's going on, Aquarius, where, so we have these little cherubs, like the cute little angels right next to you. And then I see this as you. If we can focus. I see this as you as you're praying. You are praying and asking for help, or you don't really know, like, please help me. It says take charge of a situation. So I just feel like the sword has been put down. And since it's a leadership card, it's like, I don't know if it's out of character for you that you don't feel like more in charge, or that you feel like you're in control of a certain situation. But it's definitely seeing you being outside of that leadership role at the moment. Maybe you have also, this is a thing that you have some sort of leadership situation in your life, like at work, hopefully just at work. Anyway, a leadership position where you run the show, whatever it is that you do for a living, for business, for work, for a career. And either you sort of have stepped aside for a bit to sort of sort out what it is that you really truly want to do, and you're not so much in the leader position at the very moment, or it's like you are supposed to be a leader and you haven't stepped fully into that leader role, and it really would serve you to step into that role because it's very much you, Aquarius. So we're going to read for animals. Animals. You drew this card because your life purpose involves working with animals. You love them and they love you. You understand and appreciate their kind and gentle hearts, and you frequently stand up for their rights. In fact, you can feel and hear communication From living creatures. This card is a validation for you to trust these intuitive insights and your inner guidance about ways to connect with the animal kingdom. Any career that you get involved in will benefit from you adding animals into the mix. That's interesting. Any career that you get involved in will benefit from you adding animals into the mix. So whatever you're like, I guess that's probably going to be a little bit of a a trigger for some, or like pushing the boundaries for some, or like however that shows up for you. Just think about the situation that you overall are doing. What would it look like to add animals in some capacity? What would that be like? For instance, having a pet on site at your store or office will open everyone's hearts and bring joy to all. That's so true. That's really beautiful. You may find yourself doing. I'm just thinking about, because I just the other day I I can't wait to fully watch it, but I sporadically watched not Tina Fey, but oh man, what's her face? And Dakota Johnson. So Good Hang, I highly recommend. Good Hang is a new podcast with Tina Fey's other half. She probably would say that herself. She's so much from Saturday Night Live. Name is gonna not come right now. And Dakota Johnson, which I also adore, was there like with a puppy, and they had this whole talk about how not Tina Fey was thinking that you should never bring dogs or puppies or anything to work type of situation. I just started thinking about that. You should watch that. It's really funny. Any career, for instance, having a pet on site or your store or office will open everyone's hearts and bring joy to all. You may find yourself doing volunteer or charity work on behalf of animals, including rescuing them at shelters or bringing awareness to their rights. With your keen animal communication abilities, you may also enjoy one on one work as a caregiver. The list of careers in this field is vast, so be sure to spend time outdoors in nature and give considerable thought to your options. So yeah, you're probably just like an animal lover, and there's such a broad spectrum to what you could do with the animals. And then we have leadership. We'll pick your KLM. Leadership. Take charge of this situation. this card this card comes to you as a signal that you're ready to assume your role as a leader. So that's what it's saying in the book. Like maybe you haven't really taken on this leadership role just yet. It doesn't mean that all the other stuff that I said before is not true. You recently may have come across a situation in which you thought somebody should do something about this. Somebody should do something about this. Well, you are that somebody. Although you may not feel entirely prepared or qualified to assume your leadership role, the angels assure you that you're ready. They will guide you through every step so that you can gain confidence and certainty about your path. Take time to meditate and listen to your inner guidance, which will clearly show you first. Take time to meditate and listen to your inner guidance, which will clearly show you your first steps upon this path. Your leadership will inspire others to speak up and take charge of their lives as well. So, still, some of you could already be in this leadership position and you have taken a step away, maybe figuring out what you want to do in this very moment, and you're sort of not fully in that role just now. I feel like there's an inspiration to come back into that role. Just because you're out of it doesn't mean that you're stopping a leader. It's just in your DNA, Aquarius. And also, if you haven't stepped into this situation, and like I said, specifically, if you have a feeling like somebody should do something about this, I'm thinking for myself, I always come back to schools. Like somebody should do, say especially in Sweden, that somebody should really get going with some different, in the way that it looks right now, and that we have the whole thing. I'm thinking, well, should I be a leader in this situation? I'm not an Aquarius, so it doesn't apply to me. It's my opposite sign though, so. Okay, so we're going to clarify or just get some additional messages here. What do you have for Aquarius, please? You are a light in this world. A light in this world. So with leadership and light, you are a true, partnerships and alliances. You probably are like a really good person at creating new contracts, like having rapport with people is really like, if it just feels like it comes really naturally to you, that you really enjoy to make those connections, or whether you enjoy them or not. I'm not saying that you're not enjoying them. I'm just saying it just feels really organic to you that wherever you go, you just create new connections with people. You have a really easy time to do that. I think you're just really open-minded. And with this light card, you might just be an earth angel. You might be someone that really is in the position to enable a lot of things for a lot of other people, whether that is just through your gorgeous light and it's not so just, but like walking around and really opening up other people's nervous system, calming down their nervous system and opening up their chakra system basically. And so that they feel more relaxed, more at home within themselves. It feels like you have a really strong ability to put people into their own balance, if that makes sense. But it can also be that whatever work situation you're in, whatever situation you're in overall, is like, it's just that you are that enabler. You're just a light everywhere you go. It's like the situation really stepped up once you step onto the platform in whatever capacity that is. So that's really beautiful, Aquarius. I'm thinking, are you doing the same for yourself? It feels like there's a lot of output. A lot of output. Maybe that's why you're a little bit concerned or asking for help, or in this situation, I don't really know what to do. So you're a little bit lost there. So just know that your angels are with you. I'm going to pull some cards here now. The angels are with you to protect you and to support you. Do you have any additional messages for Aquarius, please? We have, there's something better. So something's coming up that's waiting for you. So if you're, I mean, it's not going to apply for all. It's not going to resonate for all. And compromise, which is also like a Libra influence. So we have, there's something better. And we have compromise. So if we start with something better, I just feel like there's a situation here where like I said, it's not going to resonate for everyone, but for those people who are in this tricky situation where it feels like you need a little bit of help or guidance, or you don't fully know what to do here, that there is something better. Like, you don't have to worry. There's something coming in that's going to make completely sense. I just feel like it's going to fall into place. So with this, there's something better. There's a feeling of sitting back and relax, trusting the process type of vibe. And then also compromise. And this is so interesting because you know what? I think that this compromise is for yourself. I was going to say, how do you compromise with yourself? But I guess that's what we do all the time. We compromise our own. So yeah, there's something about this. Okay, you're compromising a lot for other people, but what's left for you, Aquarius? So if this hits home, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, is there a compromise you're doing with yourself that you don't fully align with? That you have the right to look for that balance as well, and you have the right to look for that, to have that light in your life as well. Feels really important. Okay, that is what I have for you, beautiful Aquarius. I hope some of the stuff in there was resonating with you. And thank you so much for watching. Take care.